Let's just say, welcome to live chat. It says, I don't know what that means. It says, remember? Anyway, what's up, dude? All right, so we're here in the shop. As promised, we are in the race shop. And today, we're going to let some more people get on here. The first guy on is Clayton Brooks. He said, what's up? Hockey 19 is the second. Fortnite Lizard. That's a good, I like that. Papa Smurf. How old are you, Papa Smurf? Must be fairly old because the Smurfs are from like back in the 80s or 90s.
The Smurfs were like 5 years ago.
Really? They recreated them? All right.
What? No, you come down here.
All right, James Tate's the first dono right there with the blue. Hitting it up. All right, thanks, dude.
Hudson needs help. We gotta get into his bike prep vid.
What's he doing? All right. So we got some drama here. We got Hayden is gonna work on his bike. He's gonna show you guys how to
Chain lube.
How to change the gear oil and
how to tighten your chain.
How to tighten the chain. Okay.
My chain's tight, so we might not.
Let's look. The chain's good.
Tight.
We can do it on the Super Mini.
No, the Super Mini's Super Mini's kind of.
So all right, let's change gear oil. We only use the best over here. Motorex, 10 weight, 10W50. Got cookies, vegan cookies.
Vegan cookies.
And we got our Race Your Right cup. So here, this is my pet peeve. What's up, Untamed Outdoors back? Love the vids. Keep it coming. Gibson is a new one. Is that Gibson? Menke? Can you come to Iowa? All right, so, all right, hang on. Let me flip the switch here. Flip the switch. All right. So that goes on this side. Oh, why is it plugged up? That's weird. I've never seen it plugged like that. I think here's a. All right, hang on. All right, so we're gonna hang on. Let me think. We got a peg. Isn't that weird? Why is this thing got a plug in it? I've never even seen that before. Let's pop that out. All right, hang on. Getting the trusty toolbox here.
Yeah, probably 15 minutes here.
This is kind of cool, though. Got a little rubber stop in here. I don't know. I don't think that's supposed to come out, dude. Did we just rip it for no reason? Dang it. Well, anyway,
I don't. In the air, my tire falls off.
I think we're just gonna leave that.
Right here, dude.
So we're gonna drain the oil. There's usually a hole. I don't think that's gonna work. All right, here. Wait. All right, so.
How's it gonna work?
Let me get a stand. Hang on.
Here, I have a stand. Can I just hit it?
Let's see. All right. We're gonna lean this up against.
Is it back in?
No, let's just do this right here. All right, you're gonna drain the oil from this side here, and we're gonna make this simple. Hold this. Uh-oh, Brandon Coulter with the 99. Got the red donuts, just stepped it up.
If only you guys would drop donuts like that for Hudson. Hudson's Nintendo Switch games.
All right, so we're gonna
He's clapping over here. You guys should go check out my Twitch, Dangerboy Deegan 38. Go subscribe, and I try to get on there as much as I can, but make sure you guys subscribe to my Twitch.
So, all right.
All right, we have the oil bucket. Always use a bucket because you don't want the oil going everywhere. You're gonna pollute the earth, and then FBI comes after you.
So we got looking for a socket here. We got a 13. They use 13 millimeter on a KTM.
13. Let me do it.
13 millimeter on the KTM.
13.
What do you say? There's a hole near the left peg. I know. Usually there is. I was looking for that hole, and the hole's not there, dude. For the usually there's a hole for the stand, but watch your fingers.
Is this supposed to be hard to get off?
Yeah, it's on there, but lefty loosey, remember? Watch your hand. Don't you always do that? Like when you're taking off anything around the foot peg or around the sprocket always gets you. Okay.
I hit the.
So
Dude,
we're going. Everything's going
that
smooth.
like popped my shoulder out.
Uh oh. We blew out a clavicle.
No, something's wrong with my shoulder.
Clavicle. Oh, we got a rotator cuff. We got a rotator. Where's Dr. Alexander, the ortho?
Bad.
Ortho.
It didn't even cut it. It just like jammed it blue.
The ortho.
I felt so good. I think I got it though.
Hang on.
Got it.
Put us on.
But dude, that hurt my shoulder for some reason.
About to get serious here. Things are getting serious. Alright. So you take it out of your hand, look at the washer. See there's a copper washer right there? Don't drop that in the bucket. Okay, there's the oil. The oil's still pretty clean, but
Oh, that was waste.
it's all good. It's just like 2 rides on the oil, huh? We should have changed Hudson's. Usually Hudson's clutch oil is like smoked.
He only uses the clutch.
And this is magnetic right here. So you can usually see how much clutch wears on this bolt. It's a magnet. And all the fibers from the clutch stick to it. And usually Hudson's looks like another bolt stuck to it from clutching it so much. Hayden doesn't really use his clutch that much. So that's a technique. A little secret there for you.
Video, we'll do that.
A little secret for you. We usually take off the
The
clutch lever, kickstarter, rear brake, and seat.
I wonder if you started taking Hudson's Kickstarter off in races if he would crash less.
So we got the gear oil here. One of the little tricks we do too, is warm up the bike. A lot of people don't do that, but you warm up the bike, run it through the gears a little bit, and it heats up the oil, so all the old oil comes out of the bike. That's something I've always done. I don't know if it's totally a necessity, but I feel like it is.
Nor does that.
I feel like if you're gonna put clean oil in a bike, you might as well get rid of like all the dirty oil.
But this oil's so clean, so we're not gonna
So we got some shop rags.
Good? It's very nice.
Yeah, that's good. So lean it back over.
Cap back on.
We will hold on
Should
to
I
it
get
here.
that stuff off?
Yeah, let's wipe that off. So we'll clean the plug here with the rag here. Clean that off. And so we got some gear oil. We're gonna put in this thing. So what's up? Howard Patterson sent you a DM about the General's Cup. I was reaching out to a lot of people to come race Saturday. Ken Roxon, Cooper Webb, and a bunch of other pros. What? Reaching out a lot of people to come race Saturday. I was reaching out to a lot of people. Oh, thanks. So you're reaching out to all the pros trying to get them to come race. Did anyone return your message?
Yeah, we can't even get returns. There's more followers than any pro. They're just too cold for us.
Nah. I think,
Here, hold the bike.
like I said, it's open to everyone, you know? It's open to everyone,
If
so...
you're a pro, you get in for free the pro race, right?
Yeah. So basically it's open to all pros, and kind of the rule we had was if you have a Nash Top 100 number, or if you used to have one at some point, you know, you're pretty much invited. So who else on here? Gibson Mankey. Should I get an 85 or a 150?
It's 85.
Probably
150.
85.
150. Faster.
Depends how big you are, I guess. But
150 maybe. Is it faster? 150?
yeah. So did you put the copper washer in? So you got to be really careful here. Don't tighten it very tight, just a little snug. Like you can easily strip this out in the cases, and then you're screwed basically. Just a little snug, tighten on that. Remember, when you're doing your oil, the oil plug is only to hold oil in. It's not to hold on a rear wheel. It's not to hold on something that's mechanically moving. So it just needs to be kind of snug tight. It doesn't need to be like cranked. It's just there to hold in oil. So let's not strip that out. A lot of people strip those out, and a lot of people strip out their adjusters on the rebound on shock because they start clicking it, and then it, you know how it stops just light, and they keep turning it and they break it. A lot of people do that too. So anyway, let's see. It says shop Deegan because we're in Deegan's shop. There you go.
The heck?
Shigel. Von Thompson, come to Scotland. What time is it in Scotland? All right, so let's clean off that area where we're gonna put the oil in. Straighten your bars out. Straighten the bars out.
I'm busy. Getting out.
So we gotta put it on.
Handy tip: use air blower if you have one.
So gotta put the oil in. So in an 85, does anyone out there know how many cc's of oil to put in an 85? What's up, man? 2 a.m. again, just to watch. I've tried messaging you about the highest. Really? Adam H. Have you? Well, you can hit up, like I said, DM or hit me up on my Instagram.
How much
So,
is that?
or post your Instagram account.
Wait, I know this.
How much oil, guys?
I know this. So first of all, you do. There's 450 twice or something.
That'd be a lot of oil. Let's just say you.
What is this with the gas? I don't know.
Yeah, oil. So how many cc's, guys? Someone's got it right down there. You're close.
200.
Someone got right. He said 550 cc's.
Okay.
I really think the trick is we run 500, which is just go a little above the line. Careful. A little above the line. 500 cc's. A lot of guys we like running a little less because it's less drag on the gears and motor. Should be a little faster.
Yeah, a little tech.
So
Give that away, but...
you're gonna need a funnel, dude.
You think?
Yeah.
I think I got it.
No, don't do that. All right, let's get a funnel. We gotta find a funnel here. There's
This one right there.
where.
Oh, funnel. Oh, dude.
So here's the trick, when when you're working on a bike, nothing's worse than coming to the bike and you have a dirty why are you spilling the oil?
Because it's not staying in the bucket.
Is coming back to use a funnel or your ratio right and it's dirty. That's my I can't stand that. When people is it really that hard to wipe that out when you're done using it? So says where's Haley? Haley's
Excited that she passed me on Instagram followers.
I use trans fluid in 2-strokes, really. I guess some people like to use this ATF. I don't recommend it. It kind of smokes your clutch plates, so you know. It's definitely not. Don't pour that in the sink. Here, let's use a rag.
There's still a little bit more.
So here, here you go.
Perfect, I missed it.
So, gotta clean up the mess here. Got some oil.
We can water it out, right, Dad?
A what?
Or do you just not even put water in it?
In water and what? Oh, in there? No, you just use contact cleaner. See, just keep it clean. Otherwise, you get a bunch of dirt coming up. And I like to make sure no dirt falls down in the moving parts, right? And this really should be sprayed off with contact cleaner to do it right. We'll break out the parts cleaner. Okay, it's hard to do all this one-handed. But here, so yeah, you first want to just put, it's fine. Just put a rag down there and soak it up. And then you gotta soak it up. It usually takes a couple paper towels. And then you'll contact cleaner it when you're done. So we'll clean this off here, right here. So I don't like leaving it dirty. So wipe this off. Kind of one-handed, so it's not easy. But anyhow, yeah, so we use about 500. cc's in the oil in the tran. So it's always good. We change our oil probably I'd say every 2 rides. You don't have to change it every ride unless you're like hardcore and you're doing like 2 40-minute motos of normal where it's all sandy and gnarly.
So that's why we have to change it every day.
So we obviously have a sponsorship with MotorX, but we're still limited. We don't get like unlimited oil. We have
It's not
to.
like we get 700.
We have to make it due for the year. So we change the oil every couple rides. I think the oil gets better after like a ride or two. It actually breaks down and works better, I think. But anyhow, so that was changing the oil. I should probably double check. Here, hang on. I'm going to double check this. Let me double check this 13 millimeter here. Real quick. You guys hang right there. I'm going to sit you right there. Double check this right here. See if we're good. Yeah, we're good. Right?
Yeah, your kid knows how to work on a bike.
So, all right. So that was that. Now, the main things we do, like after we ride, like if we were going to ride tomorrow, say, here, I'll flip it on you. If we were going to go ride tomorrow, I would basically say change the gear oil, check the filter. You know, we got to check the filter. KTMs are pretty easy. You just pull, like basically pull this off.
It's not that easy.
Ah! But the filter, look how clean it
KTMs are
is.
a disaster for your fingers.
So we had the guys from DT1 Filter Service that are this way better than what I had when I was a kid. When I was a kid, you just wash them in gas. You just put them in gas and wash them, and eventually they fall apart. And that's gas, then soap and water if you want to get real tricky with it. But I usually just use gas and wash them in that. And but so hey, what's up, Gibson Menke? How many likes on TikTok? Remember, TikTok's, you guys got to remember, TikTok's owned by China, in Beijing by China. Remember that. Be careful who you're giving all your information to. All right. So the filter is clear. We got DT1 Filter Service.
Ooh, she's beautiful.
Which gives us filters already pre-oiled, makes it life a lot easier. If you were to change that, you just pop these little things out. You change it, put in a clean filter, throw that back on.
Yeah.
And then you just throw in a clean filter. So we'd do filter oil. We would check the spokes. Basically, we go through the spokes and, oh, look at that. That one's real loose. So we're gonna go. I'd go through and check these spokes, and then we would oil the chain, tighten the chain if it needed to be.
Oh, she's about to cut your finger off.
That chain's fine right here.
She might be a little too tight.
And tire pressure at about 12.5. Say hello to Cell 2K.
If you're street riding, put like 20 in the front tire. Dude, I was street riding. It was in Bjorn, and we're doing wheelies. Set my front tire down. The front tire just grabbed. Like, shh.
Really?
I wonder why it does that.
No, you can see you're burning off the tire. Bad.
Yeah, that's what happens when you like, for some reason, you start going fast wheeling. The front tire, like when it lands, it goes, and it like burns out because it's going like so slow and you're going so fast.
Yeah.
The front tire like grabs.
Well, you got a tire that's not moving and setting it down.
And on like going like 20 miles per hour.
So like I said, tire pressure is at 12.5. You got your chain tightened and oiled. You have your spokes checked. You check your filter. You put gas. I mean, here's my pet peeve. When you're at a racetrack, and the first thing you do, like when you get off the track, like
Put gas.
fill up the bike with gas, because no matter what you do, you could like literally not touch anything on your bike as long as it has gas in it. You're pretty much gonna be able to race the next.
Yeah, you
moto
don't be
and
that
fine.
guy either that goes to the track and like right after their first motor, like, oh, I got half tank. And then they go ride and then they hit a jump and it shuts off because it's out of gas.
Yeah, you always top it off. At the end of the day, you always top your gas off, especially when you're done riding. At least you know that's. And I tell all the mechanics that work for us. I said, no matter what happens when the bike comes off the track, put fuel in it. Just fill it up, so I know that's done. And then you can start tweaking on everything else, working on everything. But yeah, so we got tire pressures, filter chain, oil change, and then you check your radiator fluid. I always like checking that, even though 99.9% of the time it's fine. it's that time where you like ran out of like water for some reason.
Doesn't it blow your bike up?
That tells you a lot of things, right? So if you look at your water and there's no water in it, it tells you a few things. You could have a blown head gasket, you know, you're low on water. You know, I usually just top it off with a bottle of water or whatever, if I'm on the out at the track. But if you're out of water, then you got a serious problem of like a head gasket or something more. So yeah, someone said Twitch just did that. It almost bogged off the jump. It's not worth it. You just fill your bike up. That's key. And then you go through and do a bolt check. I always like grabbing a 10, 12, 8, a 13. KTM's have a lot of 13s on them. Major things to check before you ride. The shock, both bolts on the shock. You always check the forks, and I check the wheels. Make sure the wheels are tight, suspension's tight. And then I check the carb, boom, boom, 2 flatheads, and then I go to the bars. I check the bars. Those are the majors. Like, other than that, if anything came loose, you'd be fine. So those are your majors. Vida podcast was good today. Yeah. So thanks for reminding me that the podcast today that came out. You know, every Wednesday I try to come out with a new podcast, like clockwork, man. It is a mission it is like takes time, but Gavin Graysick was on the podcast today, and he's Hayden's riding coach, or one of them. And he helped explain what it takes to be a winner, the process of training, and how to win. So Hayden, so Gavin was the podcast today, and so what do you feel that Gavin does that has helped you win championships? Real quick.
So basically, he just trains people insanely good, pushes people. He don't care if you're about to die and like you're in the gym, can't even walk anymore. He still gets you on the ground, 100 push-ups, and that's just what gets you better. Just keep on pushing, and that's where Gavin gets us to the top.
Yeah, I always feel like, people, like kids are always like complaining about stuff. So he makes Hayden do laps, and then like basically we stop, get off the bike, and run sprints up and down hills, and then get back on and do laps. Let me tell you, your body can do so much more than you think it can, and your mind controls that. So I like to see people push it to the limit. Like, I've only seen a few riders in my day that have truly pushed it to the limit where you really couldn't go any further. There's been, like Doug Henry used to do that. There was a few guys that were just like, you could tell they were like at their max. Love what you guys do. Keep it going. Drake Barnett, I think you're new on here, so what's up? And also we got Fur Dog 04. What up, Deegans? Cool having you guys live. So, all right. So, do you guys want to see real quick? We'll do a quick chain adjustment, and then we'll call it. And I think that's probably pretty good. And tomorrow we'll get Hudson to work on his bike. He's still kind of learning on that. So Hudson's trying to. It's kind of like wrangling cats.
Chain lube on tomorrow. Chain lube.
All right, so let's check this chain real quick on the Super Mini. So this is a Super Mini. Everyone always asks, well, what is it? It's a 112 motor. 112 motor, stroker deal. The class is 105 to 112, I think, or 85 to 112. This bike's ridiculously fast. It's like got 30-some horsepower, and it's like a 125 two-stroke has 30-some horsepower. But anyway, and an 85 has like 22, 23 horsepower, just so you know. All right, so let's take a look at the chain here. We got, this will never do, but all right, so we got 10, a couple 10s here. Hayden. All right, so we'll do a quick chain adjustment, show you guys how to do that. Were you guys here the other day when Were you guys here the other day when we did the tire change on the pit bike? My knuckles are like still bleeding from that. All right. Believe it or not, we got a sunny day here.
Hey, wall ride.
So, actually it's kind of muddy. But look at, I got the Ford back in action. This thing was sitting for a while. I got it back running. Had to throw some Odyssey batteries in her, get her started up. Had to pump up some tires, and she's back in action. But As you can see, if it would stay out sunny, we could go do some motos tomorrow here at the house, but it is pretty muddy. I wish we had sand. We need sand. That's the thing. So did you guys listen to the podcast on Jeremy McGrath, the one with me and Jeremy? What did you think of that? I thought it was cool. That was a good conversation. Do you guys know anyone super interesting that we could reach out to get on my podcast? Like 99% of the people I've reached out to have said yes. So if you guys want to hear anything, if you guys are interested in hearing a conversation with anyone that I could probably get on the line, hey, mention their name and I'll go for it. I've already had Pastrana on a few times, so. R.I.P. to the Knuckles. Reed Dusterman's back. Adam H. This is my account name that I've messaged on Instagram. You got to understand, Adam, we have thousands and thousands of people DM us and try to hit us up, and now everyone kind of says the same thing. They're like, oh, hey, we're the top guy, top donator, and so everyone tries to say that. So, but anyway, it's all good. I got it. I got your deal now. So we got a 27mm wrench.
Joshy's loose, boys. So once you do that, pop her loose. Then you hop on the T-handles. These aren't T-handles, but I'm going to call them T-handles.
Tighten it.
Wrong way.
So lefty loosey, all right? Does everyone know that?
Okay, we're going to bring it back just a hair.
I would do 2 full cranks on the long bolt.
2 full right-handed cranks.
Up.
1.
Lefty, yeah. That brings it out. 1 more.
2.
And do this exact same on the other side.
Let me.
If you have it all kind of already equaled out, that's why these little lines are here. See how it's like matched up? The bolt, the adjuster is kind of lined up with that second.
Let's pop this right here.
So you gotta pop that loose. Yeah, down, left,
I was right.
down. You wanna make sure you got a good wrench too, otherwise it'll round them off. So do exactly the same rotation, because then they're equal. The main thing is you want both sides equal.
Up or down?
Look at how the threads go, okay? This would be left, we'll bring it out and push the wheel back.
Sorry.
So we wanna go out with it, 2 full turns, 1, and then 2, right there. And that should be pretty good. It's still a little loose. I would do
1 more turn.
I do 1 more turn on each side. And then we do remember the trick I showed you guys the other day with the rag? Throw the rag in the the rag in the sprocket. The rag in the sprocket allows the wheel to tighten up and all the adjustment to tighten, then you can snug down the wheel. Really the right way to do it, you're supposed to have a torque wrench when you do axles.
Still pretty loose.
All right, so we're still loose here. Yeah. Maybe do another turn then. Another turn out. That's the wrong way.
Yeah, I know.
So another turn down, out. All right.
Do 2.
There you go. So, and another one over here. So 2. There you go. And now that should be good.
No, that's pretty. Yeah, probably fine.
Too tight. Throw the rag in it. Watch your fingers. Pull it back. All right. So there we go. That snugs all this up here. So that's all. The adjuster block is tight to the adjuster nut or bolt. And then, so you just do that, and then you snug the wheel. Just snug the wheel next. You don't need to do the adjusters now. The adjusters will be tightened after you tighten the wheel. The wheel tightens, pulls it. The wheel holds everything in place. Tighten the wheel first. Because you start messing with the adjuster nuts, you don't really need to do that yet. So this, we got a long wrench here. You got to be careful. You can snug it too tight, and you can crush the you can crush the bearing.
Go as tight as you can.
No, just a good snug. A good snug. It's kind of cool. The old Kawasaki's used to have a cotter pin you could put through here, which I thought was pretty cool.
It's good.
Because then you could not tighten it down super tight, but still hold the wheel on. So that's good. So that's snug. Do a double check here.
Of course.
Right? Double check it. Hang on.
All right. Snug, not crush the bearings.
All right. Are we still there? All right. So now we got to release the rag, and the chain looks pretty good. I mean, you want almost 3 fingers here. It's 2 is too loose. 3, I would say almost 3 fingers is kind of what you want, you know? Because the chains kind of tighten up as you
Perfect.
Land hard.
We're good.
So then you snug these two
good.
tight, and then you're good to go. We'll oil the chain, put gas in it, and then we're ready to rip. So that's how you do basic maintenance on a Super Mini and a KTM 85. Tomorrow, we'll try to, if sun stays out, we'll try to moto a little bit. And try to do a little bit of riding, and then it's supposed to be raining though all day tomorrow. but I think if we could do a little moto tomorrow, you guys check that out. Hayden Campbell, what's up? Tanner Fox. He'd be cool. That's probably a good one, huh? To get on the podcast, talk to him about social media, about building brands and building clothing companies. So that's cool. Someone said, "Where's the mechanic? You're looking at him, dude." No, we have a mechanic that comes and helps out, but he's obviously not here every day. We're not racing right now. There's not a lot going on, so it's not like we need a full-time dude here every second of the day, right? You guys, James Stewart would be cool if I could get him on the podcast, but he kind of lays low. He's not the easiest guy to get a hold of. He said Chuck's son. Where'd that come from? Chuck's son. He was the 1980 500 national champion. Maybe was it? I think we could get him on. You might be the only one though that wants to hear that. Let's see. Buttery, we could do that probably. Dean Wilson, Eli Tomac, Ken Roxon. Yeah, we could probably do that. But anyway, so.
Get Plessinger on.
Yeah, Plessinger would be good. Maybe we'll do that. Get Aaron Plessinger on. I should probably hit up those guys. Anyway, so yeah. What else? So tomorrow we're going to work on Ronnie Mack. We should get him on, huh? Yeah, you guys, all right. You guys give me some good ideas. But yeah, you guys have been good tonight with all the donations and everything. We appreciate that. It helps with everything we're doing. And man, I don't know what's going on with this whole coronavirus thing. Like every day is a different story, but hopefully we keep pushing through, get through this so we can get back to the track. I just did a podcast with Johnny Greaves today. I thought that was pretty cool. The dude who's multi-time off-road champion, which will air in another week or two. What's up, Michael Sofelkanek? Got a 150R. What's up, Raymond Cruz? What's up, fam? We're just chilling in the shop, dude. And then Hayden's working on his gaming computer. He's trying to get his PC to work so he can start doing some games on the PC. I haven't always been a big game guy just because we're always busy motoing, but right now, I guess there's not a lot else to do. So we're figuring that out. I'm a super fan of Bailey, all right? Haley's in the house just working on her simulator. That's the other thing. Haley's going to start doing her sim stuff on Twitch and start streaming her on NASCAR, but she just got the sim, so she's still learning it. She's not really that great on it yet, so she's still trying to figure it out, so it's taking a little time. What's up, Jeff? And yeah, it'd be cool to get Twitch on, huh? Jeremy Taylor, yeah. You naming all the old school guys. That's all the guys from the Krusty tour. That's funny. Some dude actually showed me the original Krusty Demon VHS tape. Who still has that? That's a funny one. But anyhow, you guys have been good. Let's say tomorrow we're going to try to ride a little bit. We'll do a little more bike work. Jeff Stanton, that's funny. All right, and then anything else you guys need, hit us up on social media, on our Instagrams or Facebook. And like I said, you guys all hit up Ronnie Feist. That was cool. I talked to Ronnie earlier, and he was like, dude, we doubled his subscribers on YouTube on the Ronnie Feist page, RONNIEFAISST. He's been one of my homies for 30 years. And helped me, we started freestyle motocross together, did a lot of things, together. He was my roommate. And then he went on and he does his own podcast and YouTube. So support that, appreciate that. I feel like everyone should support each other. And it's all these dudes with big pages, never shout anyone out or help people. I don't know why they do that. It doesn't hurt us to try to help dudes out and help you build your pages. Because the more you guys are built up, all of us together are stronger. And Hank Hunt, where's that picture? That's funny you say that. This is Ronnie. Good. Thanks for reminding me of that. This is Ronnie right here. Who remembers this shot? Can you see that? Who remembers that? Who remembers that?
You guys want hunting?
Yeah. That's
Where,
when we
in the vineyards?
That's when we were big hunters right there.
In the vineyards?
Yeah.
Here's a knife.
A knife on his side just in case it got crazy, man. So yeah, that's Ronnie Feist. Make sure you go follow him. Oh yeah, and I see Sunny on Sunny on here. So he's got a YouTube called, what's it, Sundog? What's
No,
Sunny?
It's just Sunny Leonti.
Sunny Leonti. There's another YouTube. Anyone else have a YouTube? We'll shout it out. Also, all right, Ben Norfolk. Your vlogs are the best. Thanks, dude. Where are you from, Ben? You just took the lead by far, dude. So,
What did you donate?
couple. Where are you guys from? Follow you.
Oh yeah, hey again, go check out
follow
my
you, can't
Twitch.
follow
Go
him
check
on
out my
Twitch.
Twitch.
Just try.
Go check out my
Why
Twitch.
can't you follow them?
Go follow my Twitch, Dangerboy Deegan 38.
Is that it? All right, so right on, guys. We don't want to bore you guys because we want to keep it interesting every night. Sonny, why are you laughing, dude? I can't get your YouTube right. So who else? We got Lorcan Vlogs. Haley is busy shopping at Shop Deegan. No, appreciate everyone that goes to shopdeegan38.com. We appreciate that. That helps our family and the things we do, and all the people that help support our mission and get us filming and videos and bring you guys the action. Officer Skalansky, you remember that one? I gotta bring out these old skits, dude, and start replaying them. We already had Chad Reed on, okay? Hack MX 737. Go back and listen to a few episodes. We had Chad Reed on. Remember Chad Reed said he used to fly to Indonesia by himself at 11 years old, like 7-8 times a year to race. That was gnarly. Get the flamethrower. Good one. All right, so that's why I didn't mean to say that. I have to actually, yeah, it's a good idea. So anyway, we are, get them to 1 mil. I know. We're still at not even at 700K at subs, but like I said, it doesn't matter. What matters is the viewers. How many views do we get? And I told you the other day, in the last 28 days, we've had 10 million views. Almost 1 million hours watched on our channel in the last 28 days because of you guys. And that's some juice. That's some pull, for our, average, small, kind of really small family here. If everything we do, being consistent. Thanks to Gavin, Tyler, Spencer, the guys who do our filming and editing. They've done a good job. They've been consistent. It's a lot of work, just so you guys know. To put out videos every day, it is a lot of work. We used to do that once a month, okay? We used to put out videos once a month. Do you want to do an episode on how to wash bikes? Because our bikes are going to be really muddy after the next few days. That's a good topic because I've had the kids wash bikes. Like Hayden now knows how to truly wash a bike. There's a difference between washing a dirt bike and really washing it, right? So yes, we could do that because I've had the boys wash it and I've made them redo it correctly because there is a style of doing it to where the bike is actually clean and it doesn't rust, it doesn't stain. So, but anyhow, let's do, we'll catch up. Kim Gissel, shout out. All right, it says, do you like Trump? You guys know where I stand, right? Like I said, I came out here with nothing. I worked hard for everything I had, started with zero and built what I built with, hard work, meeting people, good relationships, working hard, and having the ability in America to do it, right? We got a capitalist country where hey, as hard as you work is how big you're gonna be. I like that. I like people who stand for that. So anyway, and I encourage you guys to be the same way. I encourage you guys to work hard, chase your dreams and have an awesome life, dude. John Wilson, thanks, dude. You're a go-karter, it looks like. You cooking with butter. What's up, guys? A little late. Message you on Instagram. Haven't heard. All right, you cooking with butter. Really? I think we've responded to quite a few. What's your, send me your Instagram handle again real quick. Johnson Wilson, you're a new one, right? New guy. So, hey, what's up? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I don't, like, at the end of the day, I'm not here to, like, I'm here to talk to you guys, say what's up, keep company through this whole coronavirus thing. If you guys have questions, I like to answer them. You know, I've been in moto a long time, and I've been in off-road for a while, so I can probably answer stuff with that. And things to do with parenting, dirt bikers. That's it. And other than that, hey, anything else you guys want to know, I'll hit you up. What's up from the Gold Coast? That's cool. It's probably one of the favorite spots I've ever been to is the Gold Coast in Australia. I highly recommend that spot. It is really fun. Who's your favorite rider? It's hard to say. If I had to pick a guy right now who I like really thinks badass in pro racing, oh man, I would say I really like Tomac's grit, like how he just goes for it and he always gives 110%. I like that. I like his grit. I don't know. He's had off days, but everyone has off days. I would like to get Eli Tomac actually on the podcast. That'd be cool. So Sundog on the podcast. That's what it is. All right. So better than that, I really think, let's name, hey, so you guys can do this with me. Name the one guy that has changed the sport in this decade. In the decade of 2000, let's just say the last decade, between 2010 and 2020, who's the one guy that changed the riding style of the sport? Who? Give me an answer. Yep, first guy hit it right there. Angus Anderson, Ken Roxon. Ken Roxon is the guy who changed the game with riding on the pegs. He's the dude who brought that style to America of always being on the pegs. And that changed the game. And his flow speed, how much he rolls the corners. Ken Roxon has changed the riding style of America and the game of motocross. And you know, study him. That's who we study for Hayden and Hudson. I study Ken Roxon's style. And before him, who changed the game before him? Who was before Ken Roxon? I like this stuff. This is what I get into. I get into game changers, guys who came into a sport and changed the whole style of the sport. Who was the guy before him? No, not me. I didn't change the game. I did a few tricks on a dirt bike, but Ryan Dungey, no, he didn't change the game. No, that's not right. There you go. You got it right there. Tomac didn't change the game. Here's another one. Tomac's badass. He raised the level for sure, but his riding style, I don't feel it changed the game. There's the guy who got it right. Alan Lawson. James Stewart, he changed the game, right? He was a game changer. So he came in, what did he do? What did he do? What did James Stewart show everyone how to do? Come on. Come on, what did he show everyone how to do? No one's got it yet. Yeah, no one's got it. What did Stewart do? What was his moves that basically changed the riding style of the sport, okay? You know what it is, all right? Yeah, the scrub. There you go. You got it right. That was Ace 461 ammo. Scrubs and whips, okay? Andrew Fernandez. But anyway, so you got James Stewart who changed the game. Who was a badass, Ricky Carmichael. I don't think Ricky Carmichael changed the game of riding style. I think he changed the game of training, right? So Ricky Carmichael changed the game of motocross of how hard to train. He changed it to go, I'm going to get Alden Baker. I'm going to train, on my own or whatever his style was. He raised the bar to another level of nutrition, fitness, straight being a badass every time he got on the bike, performing at 100% every time. Dude, the guy went undefeated. Like, you don't see that anymore. But besides Ricky Carmichael changed the game in performance, I don't think Reed changed the game. I think Reed was awesome, badass for sure. I just don't know if he changed the game. I think he's changed the game now for being the oldest dude to still be racing Supercross, that's for sure. But Reed was a badass. But Jason Tyson, what's up? Jackson Tyson. Who changed the game before Stewart? And I know I'm probably pissing some people off because I'm, just saying what I think. This is my opinion. Who changed the game before Stewart? Who was the guy that came before Stewart that changed the game of riding styles? He came in and just worked everyone for like a decade. Okay, who was that guy that did that? Not just Stanton. He didn't change his riding style was pretty basic. Emick had a cool style, but he didn't change the game. There you go, Andrew Cruz. We got that one right there. Jeremy McGrath. He changed the game. So if you listen to my podcast a couple episodes ago, we get into what I think is important, how he started racing Supercross and motocross. He came from what? He came from BMX. What do BMXers do? They flow. Everything's about flow, right? Pedal, 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 and then flow. You're flowing the bowls. You're sucking up the jumps. You're not jumping high, right? You're sucking everything up. He brought that style to Supercross, and what do? He kicked everyone's ass for like 10 years until they finally figured it out, you know? And so once McGrath came in and changed the game, Team Atomic, what's up, Brian? Watch your documentary, thanks. Documentary, Bloodline. It's been out for about a year, but if you guys don't know who I am or kind of don't know the history of our family, watch Bloodline. It's Brian Deegan's story on Netflix or iTunes or whatever. It's not Netflix, iTunes, Vimeo. It explains, it'll bring you up to right now where we're at in our life. Kind of explains who we are and where we came from. Story of struggle and ups and downs and all that. So yeah, here's another one. Okay, there's another game changer. I think before McGrath, you had Ricky Johnson, right? That was another game changer. I'm gonna start naming them because this is getting a little tough. Ricky Johnson, before Ricky Johnson, it was Bob Hanna, Danny Magoo Chandler, right? I mean, another dude who had his own, hey, the guy who actually brought the stand-up style way before Ken Roxon, if you can name this one, dude, I'm seriously going to be super impressed with you. And I'll shout you out and you guys. Jason Tyson, what's up? Who changed the game in the 90s in motocross? And he had a riding style that was like Ken Roxon's. He flowed. He basically feet on the pegs everywhere. It looked like he was on a street bike when he rode. It looked effortlessly. He was in the 90s. It was in the 90s, okay? And he wasn't from America. Who was it? Guess. Who was this dude? And he won a bunch of championships. There you go. Got it, homie, right there. Jason Labby nailed it right there. Jean-Michel Bell. Jeff Sparks got it too. Not Roger DeCoster. I never seen DeCoster really ride. That was before I was really born, but I know he was a badass. Jean-Michel Bell. Go back and study that dude. That dude was OG. Like, he came over here all French and badass. Like, he just had his own deal. He didn't even really talk to anyone. He just had his own style with the mullet. And he came over here. It says, we live like 5 minutes from Bubba Scrub. James, that's cool. You guys live. All right, I'm going to talk to you in a minute, Drake Barnett. But Jean-Michel Bell, go back and study his style. He was like Ken Roxon, but Roxon obviously way cooler, like he turned down and all that. And like, who invented the turn down? I think Twitch kind of invented the turn down whip, like the opposite whip, like a turn down. I think he was the first one to do that, Twitch whip. But anyway, Jean-Michel Bell, study. He's a badass. He only came over here for a short time, whooped up on everyone, and just said, peace out, I'm out. I like that style. That was cool. But I guarantee you Ken Roxon studied Jean-Michel Bell because their styles are pretty similar. This is just a little motocross history lesson for you guys. Jeff Ward, he was a badass, okay? I like Jeff Ward. I finally got to race with him in off-road and rally cars. Superhero. When he was number 4, he was on my wall when I was 10 years old. I tore it out of motocross action, and I had it on my wall because I used to look up to him because I had a Kawasaki, so I thought we had like this connection, you know? And I was number 4, so because he was 4. But Jason, Jackson Tyson, how much money is in Hayden's bike? Okay, so I can give you guys, that's a good question. I can give you a breakdown, but first I want to get back to this dude's question. Thoughts of Brad Lackey. I never really was around to see him ride. I heard he was a badass. I just don't know. He's one of the first guys to go to Europe to try to, win a championship, and he did, right? 500 national champion, I'm guessing. Kind of before my time. Drake Barnett. Hey, what is the name of that gas station right down the street from, it's a quiz because I know what it is. What's the name of that gas station down on the corner from Bubba's house? If you live by Bubba, if you come down his street before you get to the main intersection, the place on the left at the 4-way stop, or it's just a 1-way stop, or 2-way stop. What is the name of that little grocery store gas station on the corner, bro? What is it? Come on, dude. Like, if you live there, you should know this. I like the guys there. We stop every time. I say what's up. They're from a different country, but they're super cool. And I like stopping there every time. They're like, "What's up, Deegan?" when we roll in. And once a year I see them. Every year when we go to Stewart's to ride. Anyway, it says, well, it will give you time to think about that one. But hey, that was a good question on Hayden's bike. So I'm going to give you a little thing here. When people want to, like when people call and they want to buy one of Hayden's bikes, which really, we have multiple bikes through the year, so they don't get a ton of time on them. So it says, who do you think the most dominant Supercross rider since 2000 to present? Man, I don't know. Villapoto was a badass for sure, but man, that's a tough one. I would say Villapoto. You got Dungey. I don't know, man. That was kind of McGrath era a little bit, but the end of McGrath era. I'm gonna say that era. I mean, dude, that's easy. By 2000, Ricky Carmichael, right? What am I thinking? So, hey, here's the deal. One of Hayden's bikes, just so I can give you guys a breakdown. This is what goes into like a kid racer's bike. If you were a parent that said, okay, I got to go buy this bike and I want the exact same bike as Hayden races. Here, I'm going to flip the screen on you and show you guys. I'm going to give you a breakdown. Okay, so you got your bars. You can run stock bars on KTM. They're good. That's what we have on right here. Usually we run Pro Taper, but we've been running the stockies. But let's just start here, okay? Suspension, power band suspension. You're going to send that in and get your suspension redone. You got air on side, oil on the other. Okay, set of suspension. I'm saying it's probably what guys? What do they charge for a set of suspension to tune it? Is that forks and shock? Is it $1,000? Is that what it is, or is it less? So I don't know. It's been a long time since I've ever paid for suspension, but yeah. So here we go. He said it's probably around $1,000. People are saying $750 to $1,000, $1,200. Let's just get simple math, $1,000. Simple $1,000. Okay, pipe and silencer. How much is an FMF pipe and silencer? How much is it? How much is it? Pipe and silencer. Okay, I'm saying this is probably what, 200, and this is probably 150 maybe. I'm guessing. So, right, 150, 250. So pipe and silencer. Let's just say, let's keep it simple math at 200. $200, which is cheap because they're usually a little more than that. So 200, you got 1,000 here, 1,000, 200, and then let's get to the motor, okay? The good thing about KTM, a lot of the components on it are good stock. They are ready to race, like they said. So the motor here, I have Jamie at Twisted Development do the motor. They do a lot of dyno work, a lot of tuning to get the right. They port the head, or they port the cylinder, polish the head, and they go in and do internal. They split the cases, polish the cases, work on the gears. All that there, what do you think it costs to build an engine? If you were to send your engine in and say, hey, we want Deegan's engine, the same thing, which a lot of people do, okay? So what do you think? I'm saying it's $1,000, okay? Yeah, you're right. Jaden Wells, pretty close right there, buddy. $1,100. So let's just say simple math, $1,000, okay? We got $1,000 here. We got $1,000 here. We have in the suspension, yeah, there's $1,000, there's $1,000, and then you got pipe and silencer. You're at $1,200, right? Or sorry, you're at $2,200 with the pipe and silencer, right? So right now we have a bike that the motor, suspension, pipe and silencer are done, right? You could run a stock chain and sprocket if you really wanted to. You don't have to change that. We're just saying if you wanted to build a race bike. Pegs, stock pegs are pretty good. We like the flow pegs, but you can run stock. We run stock levers. Don't really have a lever deal. Those actually, for some reason, been really hard to find. But stock levers, like these bars are stock right now. Stock brakes, stock wheels, hubs, all that. They're good. These wheels and hubs are good stock. They actually work really well. I prefer these because they're light. They roll good. Brake systems are all stock. This is all stock. We used to upgrade the rear brake. We used to upgrade this rear brake to a big bike rear brake because they would overheat, but then KTM got it all figured out. So the brake systems are good. These are all good front brake, big front rotors. Our discs are good. So you got to think, this bike, how much is a bike if you go into the shop and buy it? How much is that dirt bike? If you say, okay, we'll go over here. So you can't walk into the shop and you're like, I want one of these, okay? I want one of these. This is a super mini. Let's just say it's an 85. There's a tag hanging on it. What does that tag say when you go into a KTM dealer? What does it say? Okay. 8K, is that what they are right now? Because I think it probably is close to that, right? You guys are like, Google it right now. I don't know where you're from, Passive SZN. Where are you from? Because 8,000 sounds a little steep, but can someone Google that right now? Can someone Google it? In America, what is a 2020 KTM 85? I think they're probably around 7K, I'm guessing. Probably around 7K. So let's just say that 7K. You got someone give me an answer? Someone put 7,300. That sounds probably correct. If someone really looked, is it really 58.99? That could be right. I mean, is that a 2020? Someone's got 69.49. Let's just call it an even. What do you guys want to call it? Even 6,000. Let's just say $6,000 for a stock 85. I think that's fair price. So you got 6,000 in the bike. You have 200 in the pipes, or 6,200. 1,000 on the suspension. That's 7,200. And then you got the motor modified, 8,200. So we're at $8,200 before you even hit the track, okay? That's to have a bike like Hayden's. Oh, we need some tires, right? We probably want Dunlop tires. You can throw those on. There's probably a couple $100 in tires by the time you change them, this, that. Or you could run the stock tires. Maxxis tires would work fine for the first few races. But, and then all this stuff's just little add-ons. But basically, what I say, $8,200. So if you wanted Hayden's bike to go race, and that's not with any of the extra plastics, all that stuff, or graphics, that'd be stock, no numbers. If you want a graphic kit, there's another, couple $100 for graphics, I'm guessing. So let's just say you're at $8,200. That's what it's gonna cost to go get one. It's crazy, man. I used to dude, that's back in the day, that would have been like buying 2 or 3 bikes. But anyway, $8,200 if you wanted a bike like Hayden's off the showroom floor, and you called up, Twisted to do the motor, power band and suspension. But here, basically, look at this. We do a lot of extra stuff. This is his stock AMA stock bike. But my point is, for $8,200, someone asked, what's it cost for Hayden's bikes? $8,200. And that's before you even hit the dirt. Okay, so Hayden races the bike at 4 nationals a year. He gets multiple bikes. I'm not going to say how many, but enough to basically run a new bike at every national, pretty much. And that means each bike doesn't have a lot of time on them. So if you're a lucky guy that actually went out, and guess what we sell these bikes for? Honestly, I bring them to a dealer. They put price tags on them. They handle it. But at the end of the day, usually around somewhere 5 to 6K. That's what we sell the bikes for. Isn't that crazy? I just explained to you what they cost, if you were to go out and do the things. And not only that is they're set up. We have them jetted. What's up, Jake Barnett? Are you talking about Smith's Groceries? Yeah, Smith's Groceries. You got it, dude. It's a Sunoco too. Tell them I said, what's up? Roll in there and say, hey, Brian Deegan said, what's up? Smith's Groceries. They'll be amped. The tall dude with the bald head, the dude who owns the place, they'll be pumped. And send me the video, dude. So anyway, so $8,200. That's what I'm telling you. $8,200 is what it's going to cost for you to get that bike off the showroom floor and mod it and suspension. But like I said, we sell them for between 5 and 6K at the end of the year just to blow them out and keep moving. And so you think you're getting a bike that's got suspension, motor, sprockets, all the aftermarket parts on it. That's why I'm saying, whether you buy our bikes or not, whatever, it's cool. If you can find a good racer's used bike that has 1 year on it and is lightly used, not a practice bike, you want their race bikes. If you can do it, it's well worth paying the extra money. Because if you're like, oh, I want to go buy a new bike, let's say it's a 250F. You go in, you pay $8-9 for it. If you could get, I don't know, name a pro in the lights class. Dylan Ferrandis. Let's say you could go get Dylan Ferrandis's race bike or one of his practice good bikes for $8 grand. go do that because you get the suspension, motor, all the stuff set up. Trust me, go do that. I know it's exciting to like buy a new bike. You know, KTMs are badass, brand new. But if you want to go race, you're going to save more money buying a 1-year-old bike and going to race it, my opinion, or not, or just go buy a new bike because they do feel good new, and then pay for all the parts and have your own setups and your own stuff. You know, it's either way. I'm not dogging on the industry. I'm just letting you know. Someone asked, what are Hayden's bikes worth? So I went in that long rant about it. But either way, this is Hayden's stock bike. So basically, we're going to get rid of this bike here. And this bike has won many nationals. Just so you know, this bike is probably worth more than all the bikes in here. Because why is this bike worth more than all the bikes? What's up, Jason Tyson? Can I ride at your house? No one's riding at the house right now. Sorry, buddy. Why is this bike worth the most? Because we got all of Hayden's bikes. We, you know, as you can see, there's many. We dyno all of them. I'm gonna give away some secrets to you guys right now. So we dyno them all, right? We dyno all these bikes, and we pick the best one. So it's something I heard like Tony Alessi used to do with Mike Alessi's Hondas back in the day. They used to get 18 Hondas, 1880s, and they would dyno them all, and then they pull out the fastest one stock bike from the factory. Because believe it or not, these things come with like 20 horsepower. Some vary 2 to 3 horsepower. Like some bikes are 19, some are 22, some are 23. We picked the best one. This stock bike is almost as fast as Hayden's mod bike. And so I don't think Hayden's racing do you get where I'm going with that? This is AMA legal stock bike, but somehow it was a freak of nature off the assembly line, and it was really fast. So this bike here is one of a kind. And I've been saving it because I don't know if Hayden's still going to race stock class anymore. But I think at this point, we're going to get rid of it. So if you're any serious racers out there that want a badass class bike for the stock class, that's the bike right there. But anyway, that was a little rant. Yeah, trying to educate you guys a little bit on mini dad stuff. Alan Pace. What's up, Alan Pace? Sorry, I'm just going, like, I like dirt bikes, so I kind of like to rant on them. You remember how I probably shouldn't preach buy used bikes because this bike right here, look at it. Remember, this bike was brand new. This bike back here was my normal moto bike, but the head gasket was leaking. And I got pissed because it just rained. I wanted to go moto, and I pulled this one out of the back, and I was saving it for more the end of the year. And I pulled this, honest to God, stock 450 KTM, okay? A lot of people thought, is it a Husky? No, it's a KTM. I pulled it out. I did the graphics myself. I put them on, and, you know, Factory Effects hooked me up. I like designing graphics. I think that's a big part of your character, right? Isn't your graphics kind of like your character, who you are? But I put graphics on, and look at the bike. Stock bars, stock suspension, stock chain, stock sprocket. Only thing we changed was the tires. We only changed the tires on this bike. And then we threw a FMF pipe on it because I had it in the shop. Donnie Jr.'s always been super cool with me, but hey, they're tight with pipes. They don't like giving them out. So it's very, like, I get one pipe set a year. And I get it. You don't make money in business giving stuff away. So, and I get it. So I got this, I put this pipe on. It did give it a little more hit. If you guys want to know about a 450 KTM, I used to race pro back in the day. I ride for fun now. I'm definitely not at the pace I used to be. This bike was really good stock. I went and rode it. Super easy to ride. Way easier to ride than the other bikes that I had full modded. And I really enjoyed it. I really enjoy riding this bike. Threw a pipe on it. This bike is really comfortable. Stock, suspension stock. I stiffened up a few little spots on it. And dude, the bike's golden, dude. So anyway, that bike, so you know, the KTMs come stock. They're really, really good stock. And that's kind of the thing, ready to race. And so we got, anyway, this one of Hayden's bikes here that we're going to get rid of, the 2019, hardly has any hours on it. We're selling that, selling the stock bike. And then that's his good race bike for 2020 because he's racing 85 still. You can see we got all the good parts on them, the aluminum throttle tubes and all the trick stuff, all the aftermarket, some aftermarket stuff. And then Hudson's bikes are pretty much stock. We just threw plastics on them. I feel like kids in 65 class, you really only need a stock bike. You should be able to figure out how to ride those. Jason Tyson, can I buy one of your modded 85s? Did you just get that whole speech I had and how much they are? Yeah, you can buy one. I got one. Actually, Rocco, the kid from YouTube, called and he wants to buy one, but I don't know how serious they are. But so yeah, so I have one mod 85 and one stock 85 that's a badass that I was trying to let go to a KTM rider that's serious to win nationals, but no one's got back to me on it. So hey, if you're at the competition and you want a badass bike, here you go, right here. So yeah, just hit me on DM or Shop Deegan and we'll talk about it. All right, so any questions? Because I'm running out of breath here. Can I buy it? Yeah, so Rocco Piazza, you're right. Should I go? He said, don't sell the bikes. I get it. If I kept all the bikes that mean something to me, I would have a whole museum of bikes. I have kept the bikes that Jesse James built for me that I won X Games on. And remember I showed you guys those already? Those are up here. Oops. Those are all up here, right? I showed you those. I've kept all those bikes. You know, I kept Jeremy Luft's bike. I kept Brett Downey's bike. So I do have bikes, but I want to maybe one day put my bikes, a few of them, in a museum, a motorcycle museum, for whenever I'm dead and gone. And it'd be kind of cool to have my bikes in some type of museum. That's why I've kept them. So I'm way into collecting stuff, but I only have so much room. And the next thing I would like to get, though, I would like to get a sporty, like a street bike deal. So if anyone's got a cool looking TT sporty Harley, I would like to get that. I would like to have one of those, something I can slide sideways down the rock road and put away dirty and it still looks badass and it's super loud and pissed off. I would like to do that. Show us your favorite helmet. Let me see if anyone's in the room right here. I usually don't do this, but let's see. You guys all, hey, I just want to go to this helmet rack real quick. So, all right, I'll show you guys since you asked. Check it out. So here's a lot of the things, a lot of helmets that I've kept over the years. The helmets helmets always tell a story, right? So let me show you the ones that mean the most right here. So this was, where is it? One of my first helmets. Where'd it go, dude? I had a Moto 3. Uh-oh, we better find that. So I had one of my very first helmets. It was a Moto 3. But like, all right, so let's check it out. Right here, this helmet here was the helmet I won LA Supercross in when I ghost rode my bike. See how I wrote Metal Militia in marker right there? It's all wore off, but that was the very first days of Militia when we were writing it in marker before we really had stickers. Remember I was sponsored by Volcom and Black Flies? I didn't even know I was sponsored by Huffy, man. That's cool. I still got a Huffy mountain bike. But yeah, and Etnies back in the day. Who remembers that? Remember when me and Metzger were the first Volcom riders for Moto back in the day, and we wore Volcom vests at Supercross, Anaheim Supercross, and we were the first ones to kind of wear baggy gear, baggy clothes when riding dirt bikes back in the day. So this was the glitter helmet from Washougal. When we rebelled against the industry and we glittered out our bikes and gear and just kind of went against the norm. And I was running the top 5 at Washougal battling with the factory guys on a glitter bike. Do you still have the open face from X Games? Yes, I do. But that's up in my house in the other room. So yeah, this one of the OG Militia helmets. Old Atomic 22 helmet when I rode. That was my best year outdoors when I ran in the top 5 a lot of times in outdoors on a Honda. These were old paint can designs. He was an awesome artist. Do you remember Denny Stevenson? Do you guys remember Denny Stevenson's Supercross champ? He used to do my helmets back in the day. This is all sticker. He used to sticker my helmets and we used to pay him to do our helmets. And then these are old Team Green helmets, old here. But yeah, I feel like all the helmets tell a story. This one here was when I was at Hanson's Energy. Do you guys remember Hanson's Energy? When Hanson's Energy was before Monster Energy. That was the days of right before Monster. It used to be Hanson's Energy. And so anyway, that was the day when... Just watch the documentary. If you watch the documentary, if you guys watch my documentary, Bloodline explains it all. I was the first Monster athlete back in the day. A lot of people don't know that. And it's not something I want to brag about. It's just history. I was there when it was Hanson's Energy, and then it turned to Monster. with me. Mark Hall, back in the day, one of the guys who owns it, was creating that brand. And it was pretty cool. Him and other guys at the company, right? And it just built up into what it is today. Pretty cool to think that we were around in the beginning. And it started kind of with Hanson's Energy. And it started with a meeting at X Games in '99. I was just a kid with no money and just a dirt bike and made it to X Games. We had created that sport. And we were rebels, we were metal militia, and we had no sponsors. I had no money, it was so like ghetto. And then that was when I met one of the owners from Hanson Energy, and he's like, "I'll pay you to sponsor you on," I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'll give you $2,500 a month." I was like, "What?" I was so pumped, like I couldn't believe it. That was like big money. And that was one of my first sponsors. Actually, Etnies was my first sponsor for $500 a month. And I was like, yeah, that's what I was living off pretty much back in the day. At one point, just so you know, I quit racing Supercross to create freestyle motocross. If you guys don't know that story, you have to watch the documentary on Bloodline. It says Denny used to get down back in the day. Yeah, he was one of the coolest guys. He was one of the coolest podcasts. Really appreciate you showing our helmets. Thank you, Matt Croyle. So, have you ever rode with my dad, Brett Marsaschi? I'm not sure. I'm usually better with numbers than names. If you told me what number and kind of bike you ride. Isn't that weird? If you're like a moto guy, you can remember numbers. Is that just me? Like if you try to remember a combination to something, or you try to remember phone number, or if you try to remember like something with numbers, don't you always put numbers to it, like pro numbers? You're like, okay, so that's McGrath's number, or that's Muskin's number, or whatever. Anyway, I always use numbers to remember stuff from pros. I thought maybe I was the only one who does that, but it's a moto thing. Hey, I want to know right now, the reason I keep talking, because I don't know, I'm kind of like interested in talking about dirt bikes, but tell me what you guys are into, just so I can get a better vibe, because we have a lot of people on right now that have been on for quite a long time right now. I've been on for over an hour. Tell me what you're into, okay? There's moto. Moto will cover everything. Moto, supercross, trails, hill climb. What are you into? Moto, snowmobile, snowboarding, skate, car racing, off-road. I need to know, like, who are the viewers on here? And you could be girls into sports, into makeup, into hair. I don't know. What is it? What are you guys into? Like, who am I talking to? What is the audience right now? So we got FMX, moto, wakeboarding. What's up, Angus? Learning what it takes to make it. Thanks, Mark. Moto. Bass fishing. Yes. You got to teach me, dude. I suck at fishing, but I like doing it. I always suck at catching fish. BMX, what's up? BMX, it's a good foundation. I like BMX. NASCAR, what's up? Home crafting. All right, I get it. Is that Matt Crafton's deal? Moto, breeding frogs. Yes, Seth, that's a good one. I didn't know that existed, but that's good. Can I play Fortnite with Hayden? Sure, I don't know his Fortnite name though. I'm sure he's told you before, Jason. Enduros, trail, moto, drag racing, what up? I love bass fishing. Moto freestyle. I'll take you and all right. Eloquent X. What's up? Hi. Plumbing. Hey, what's up? I need plumbers. I just had a dude come help me at the house the other day because I was having some issues. You guys are a definite necessity right now, so thank you for your craft. People need to take that more serious, I feel. Drift, BMX, hunting. What is the bike on your right on top of the shelf? Good question. Drift. What's Engro? Is that another language for something? Enduro. Scuba Steve. We got hunting. I like hunting, but what are you hunting? Any motorsports. That's how I am. Anything with a motor. People are like, oh, don't you like football, baseball? I only like stuff with a motor. If you put a motor like in the sport, yeah, then I'd probably watch it. Any more sports? When is Hayden gonna start on 250s? Probably 3 years from now. Dirt bikes, drag, hunting, mountain bikes, jiu-jitsu. What up? I miss jiu-jitsu. That's one thing I wish I could be better at. It frustrates me more than anything that I can't spend more time getting good at jiu-jitsu. The way I explain jiu-jitsu is, you say you have, technique is everything, right? That's the way it is. I try to explain that in moto and everything you do in life. It's all about technique. technique. That's how you get good at things. Engineering, what's up? We need more engineers in this world. Dude, I'm telling you, we got plenty of dirt bikers. We got plenty of frog farmers. And we got need more engineers. I'm telling you, dude, you guys take that serious. We are dying for more mechanics and engineers, guys that can work with their hands, that have a skill set. I'm telling you, dude, America needs it. Don't look past that, okay? Don't look past that. Farming, what's up? My parents own a big corn farm in Iowa. We're big farmers. I didn't grow up on the farm. My dad did, but we would go to the farm all the time to my grandma's. Big corn farmers, okay? I have a lot of respect for farming, so... freestyle, deep sea fishing. Hey, you have to take me sometime. I'd love to go. You want to see a fish I caught, dude? Check this out. That fish behind me, yeah, it's plastic, but I caught it. You know what the deal, right? You catch the fish, they measure it, they send you a plastic fish for like $3,000 and rip you off really bad in Mexico. So yeah, they got me on that one, but I did catch fish. For 4.5 hours to catch that marlin. It was like 400 pounds or something. Sand drags, what's up? I like stuff, the Dome Valley Soboba, but FMX is why I've been a 20-year plus Deegan fan. What's up, FMX? Thoughts on flat track? I like flat track. I really wish there was a place for Hayden to go learn flat track. He needs to get better at it. There's such a good tool of flat track to have that in your tool bag. I think that would really help him as a pro to understand flat track. To two-wheel slide into the first turn is supercross with no brakes under control. I'm not going to give away all my secrets right now. Deegan, you are at age that I don't get it. You're scared of a fart? I don't get it. So, competitive swimmer. Right on. That's cool. So we got Sadie's the swimmer, dirt bikes. Me, I love to work on my bike. Anything with the motor, building dirt bikes, Yamahas, quads, Foster frogs. So, all right. Getting a different deal there. What's up? It's a little late. Commercial and residential HVAC. Hey, very important job, guys. Okay, once again, HVAC, guys that are heating air guys, all that matters when it's cold, when it's hot. Okay, those become important. Should I get snow biking, dirt bike trail? So anyway, the way I'm kind of reading here right now is we have probably a majority of dirt bikes. I'll teach you to fish. My family catches 13-pound bass, big suckers. Do you follow the one guy? He's a fisherman. God, what's his name? The dude who did the karate, the Katuma. Anyway, gosh, I forget his name. He's funny though. So anyway, I'm gonna have on my podcast too. Do you guys know the guy who says "Get her done"? Who's that guy? What's his name? I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, yeah, he's gonna be on my podcast. We're both from Nebraska, so that's cool. Welder. All right, so we got Holden Light. Holden Light, is that right? Is that a joke? All right. But anyway, welder. We need more welders, okay? I try to learn how to weld. I can weld basic things, not very good at it, but I'm telling you, dude, the world needs more guys like you, okay? Craftsmen. We need more craftsmen. What do you think about Belgium? Hey, Belgium's cool. Jean-Claude Van Damme's from Belgium, dude, right? The karate guy. So he had him on my podcast the other day, and the dude just started like throwing sidekicks on the podcast, dude. I was dying. But remember Bloodsport? That was one of the sickest movies of all time. If you haven't seen it, go rent it. It's from the old days, though. It's the old school, a lot of mullet action. But it's the OG fight movie, fight to the death. But I'm going to school to weld. Good job, Clay Turner. Smart. I have an Olympic rower. Engine builds. Good. Guys, that's a good deal. Being a craftsman is important. Hunting elk. Did we ever? We haven't posted it. Did you ever see the elk Haley got? She got a 12-point. Is that right? Yeah, elk. It was gnarly. Like it's huge. Yeah, because there was like 6 on one side and 6 on the other side. It was gnarly. It was like once in a lifetime hunting trip, and it was just so cool to be with my daughter hunting, and she ended up getting that elk and shot it at a 700-yard shot across the canyon. 700 yards, dude. And hit it 3 times. And we ended up quartering it and packing it out on horses, and we have it in our freezer still, and we eat it. So, yeah, or we did. I'm trying to be more vegan now. So, yeah, Larry the Cable Guy. There you go, dude. All right, back to the question. This bike up here, one of Hayden's bikes that he won Loretta's on, to me, that meant something. You guys, does everyone know my story from Loretta Lynn's? Like how I tried to win it for like 10 years straight, me and my dad out of the back of a van with one dirt bike. And I got second almost every year. And Hayden, when he finally won Loretta Lynn's, I know it's not a big deal to everyone out there, but to me it was like monumental. Like I've won a lot of stuff. I won the Supercross. I won X Games many times. I won the Rallycross championship or race at X Games. But winning Loretta's is probably one of the top moments of my life. And my daughter winning the first NASCAR race. Dude, those were moments that's very hard to explain, okay? Those are moments as a parent, you're just like, it's so amped, you know? So yeah, we got Larry the Cable Guy on the podcast coming up. I still have that interview. If there's anything interesting you want me to ask, we'll do that. Have you ridden a street motorcycle? Yes, I have some enduro KTM street bikes. I love the enduro bikes. You can go on dirt, you can go on street, wheeling it around town. I love it. But I'm such a busy dude, a busy body type guy. Do you feel like when I go ride a motorcycle, it doesn't have a phone plug in and I can't like get stuff done? So I don't really like doing it. But now that we're stuck at home, excuse me, I have a whole different mindset now, kind of. I feel like things are changing. I don't know if I'm ready to get back into leaving every weekend to go to NASCAR race every weekend. If anyone out there has a private jet and they want to borrow it to us, hit me up. That would be badass for sure. We're not there yet. One of the goals in my life, though, is to get there, right? It may sound crazy. Like I said, I started with nothing. If I can get to private jet status in one point in my life, I'm going to be like, that's one of my goals. Anyway, and Haley's probably going to be the one to get there. But anyway, so Jason Tyson, how do DM you like where we're at? Send me your Instagram handle. How much, because I get a ton of DMs, how much would you sell a 250 SX for? I don't have one. I don't know. Florida man, you're the man, dude. What's up? What is that flag? It says, is Hayden fully committed to going pro? That's a good question because that's a deep question. And that's a question only he can answer, right? All I can do is supply all he needs to get there, right? To have the true will to be a champion, a true will to want to beat the other guys, a true will to get up at 5, 6 in the morning and go run 5 miles, go do sprints, go to the gym, do 2 40-minute motos a day, fall down, break bones, get up, have surgeries, come back and win again. I don't know. That's up to him. You got to be a tough, I'm not going to say it, MF something to pull it off and be a champion. It's one thing to make it to pros and race the pros. It's another thing to be a champion, okay? Very tough sport. Very, very. And yeah, I do question myself sometimes going, is everything too nice here? Does he have everything? Does he have everything too good that he's not, someday some kid that doesn't have it too good that's going to get a chance to race pro is going to come in and wax everyone? Yeah, it does happen. But unfortunately, I like cool stuff. And I like to build cool bikes, and I like to have fun. Yeah, it's a tough. You'll see as you guys become parents. You'll see it's very tough. It's a tough situation to want to make your kids grind and work hard. But I feel like I grind. I feel like I grind my kids. I feel like I'm like, hey, let's go ride. Let's go to the track. Okay, boom, let's do some motos. And I'll like look, hey, dude, let's do some lap times. Why are you slacking? I feel like I ride my kids pretty hard, dude. I feel like I do in a good way though. Because I want my kids to be the best. I want them to be the best they can be. I don't care if it's, like I said, they don't have to be better than whatever. You know the deal on that one. So I'm 12. What else? Have you ever rode in the West Virginia? No, I don't think so. I don't think I've ridden there. We have a house by there, right? We have in North Carolina. That's close, right? Yeah. And we have a house on the lake. It's awesome, man. We thought about going there, but I'm like, man, my compound is in SoCal. This is where we live. And what's up from Omaha? Does everyone know I'm from Omaha or Bellevue? And where Warren Buffett's from, and we've never met. It would be cool to meet the guy one time before he's gone, because he's pretty old. But Warren Buffett, though, you know who he is, but he's from Omaha. And I heard he's an OG. He still goes to the little restaurant on the corner, drives an old car, like the dude's OG. But all right, I'm gonna screenshot that. Jackson Tyson. Okay, Jackson Tyson on Instagram. Got it, dude. All right, and I got, so it says, where is your Supercross Win Ghost Ride bike? Good question. So the guys that still have my Supercross Win Ghost Ride bike are the guys from Moto Triple X, and they have it at O'Neill, I think, Gear or something. And I tried to get the bike from them like a year ago. If you guys watched my old videos, they wouldn't give it up, dude. It says, mobility today. It says, I'm parent to right on my oldest D1 pitcher. He is so thankful I pushed him hard. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you kids right now, if your dad's grinding your ass, like pushing you, you're like, come on, Dad. At the end of the day, we're doing it for your own good. We're doing it so you can one day be a man and be strong, and like we can step back and you can walk forward and you can handle stuff on your own, right? That's why we do it. Like my son's like, why you make me take out the trash? Why you make me sweep? Why you make me do this? Why you make that? I said, dude, so one day I can back up and know you got that. Like that's why if I didn't care about you, I wouldn't even try to even teach you anything. I would let you go, do your thing all day and I do my thing. That would mean I don't care, okay? Me taking the time to make you and I used to ride my bike and deliver papers for $15 a week, okay? Guess what it did? It didn't make me rich. It didn't afford me to go basically earn a Supercross career. It taught me what? It taught me to work hard. That's what it taught me, okay? Like, end of the day, that's why your parents ride you. If your parents don't ride you at all and let you have whatever you want and don't even talk to you all day, you should probably find a mentor then. I'm telling you, key to life is having mentors and having people that can help you through things and teach you work ethic. I'm telling you, dude, it's right now, everyone's sitting at home. I guarantee you everyone's ready to get back to work, right? But when you're at work, a lot of people are like, oh man, this sucks. It doesn't. That's a purpose for a man or a woman is to, I don't know. I'm not going to get too deep into that one. But yeah, I think work is good. Work is good. It makes you feel you have a purpose and worth. That's just my opinion on that. You should do another garage tour. Let's just, that's a good one. Otten Dom. It was Ben Norfolk, man. Okay, Ben, if you're still on here, send me your Instagram handle, please. And we appreciate it, man. Like I said, all the donations help us keep the wheels turning, and we're going to give a portion of the donations to a charity. We just been at home, right? Like, I will be honest, we go to Sandals Church on the weekend. I like that church. And so anyway, we do a lot with that, with the people that are need help there also, to the families. But anyway, we try to do what we can for good. But anyway, I get it, dude. You guys have been on way too long. I got to go in. I got to go in and eat dinner. Like I told you guys the other day, the heart issues run in my family, and so I was trying to start eating vegan, but I realized it's a lot harder than I thought because we don't really know how to cook vegan. But maybe, what do you think about just no red meat? No red meat. Okay, I'm gonna try that for a while and see if I can clean up my cholesterol and heart. Because I like going wide open, and I got to be healthy for that, right? I want to be here. I used to not care. I used to be when I was like, I'm going to be dead by the time I'm 40. Okay, Adam H. This is my Instagram from last week's Okay, when you jump. All right, gotcha, Adam. So anyway, I used to like have this thought process that I'm gonna be dead by the time I'm 40. When I did freestyle and stuff, I was like, I'm living for today. But now I'm here. Now I'm in my mid 40s. I'm like, dude, I want to see my kids grow up. I want to see my daughter, become a NASCAR champion. I want to see my son become a champion in Supercross. I want to see Hudson become a man, become what he's gonna be when he gets older. At the end of the day, now I'm like, man, I do want to live longer. I do want to have a longer life, and so I got to be healthy, and that's why I wanted to eat better. The Nate Diaz diet, yeah, he's a vegetarian, right? Nate just hit me up the other day on Instagram. I'm gonna try to. Anyway, that's a different story. But cool. All right, guys. I'm not going to wear you out too much longer. Appreciate it. Thanks for the time. We are going to log on tomorrow. I'm just trying to keep you guys entertained because you guys have been a great part of my life. And the Supercross thing, I've been getting a lot of calls about the Supercross deal we do on Saturday nights. It was cool. Aaron Plessinger jumped on, and we're trying to do some interviews of that. We got some more pros that have reached out that want to race. So, hey, if you know any top pros that want to get down and try to race some Supercross on Saturday night, we'll be there on my YouTube channel, and we'll keep it coming, guys. Thanks for logging on, and we'll keep throwing shout-outs to all you guys, and appreciate your time and support and all the donations. That does mean a lot, and we appreciate that. So, hey, my phone's going to die, so see you tomorrow, 6 p.m., y'all.